We'll try another limp.
I heard you limp every single button. What else is limp? Maybe
Play
a
us through a
car.
pot, hopefully. Always the most interesting ways to play. So, how often does someone have king, queen, ace, queen? Ace, queen, obviously never. King, queen, probably never. Queen 7 is not an impossibility. But we'll go for a little 1.6. Maybe even smaller here, actually. Kind of keep it, mix it up a little bit. What does this mean? It's honest, there are reasons for doing things that sometimes I don't want to talk about, I'm afraid. But against recreationals, I could talk about. Now, we get check raised here. I think with this much in the middle on this dynamic board, I think we just end up having to jam it. If they've got a hand like Queen 7, 7, 5, good luck to them. We still have outs, probably a decent chunk. I think often we're up against maybe a combo draw, 7, 8, 6, 8, and some bluffs, of course, as well, in not impossibility. Can be up against a hand like Queen 8. Can be up against a hand like Queen 9. Pretty tough to fold one of those. Let's just check the time of our Twitch. No snap is good, of course. Ace 5. Okay. Okay. Wasn't a hand I expected to see. I guess after you check raise and then you kind of feel like you probably are against the range of hands I may bet and shove. There's some, I mean, there's some interesting. I won't talk about it all. I'm fairly chill in my knowledge of having enough traps in certain spots. Ace enough, we'll take. Anyone got the Montenegro good luck? I don't know. Hey, we got a win. Bobby, I missed it, sorry. Those 250 spins look so sexy. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. We're going to call the ace queen. It's the 8, 6 suited. Gets us a jumped. Okay. What have we got? We got a... I mean, Jacks is good, obviously. Like, can Gregor? You're probably closest, right? What would you guess for that? What would you have? You'd have I don't know. But Buena Suerte, we got Buena Suerte nailed. Yeah, we got that all day long. Don't you worry about that. That's no problem. How badly do you adjust preflop ranges based on recreationals in the game? Oh yeah, there's a lot of that. In terms of heads up and three-handed, also regs as well, by the way. We have a lot of dynamic aspects in terms of the adjustments here. I'm going to go for another little click here for some reasons. Okay. Yeah, checking to stop playing with, I'm going to stop fiddling with stuff, sorry. Literally anything on the table. I don't know if it's a poker player. We were talking about it earlier where it's like, oh yeah, I want to, rattle some poker chips. And then it's like, oh, and look, like I've got all this random stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, play with that next. That'll be fun. Right, ace-x is a pretty neutral cut. There's a little sliver of some maybe suited ace-x in our opponent's range. There'll be some pocket nines, you'd imagine, as well. Jack of spades comes. Ooh, it's an interesting card. I think checking here is good with the intention to check shove. That's my plan. We expect all the Jack X to go for it. Now the question is, do you want to just call? Very limited. I mean, there's some flushes, right? But I think we'll go for it. Fail. Sorry. We got a tank fold. So if you say fail success, I can't even say it. Fail success. Then you got king for off, not a jam. Then you got the perfect Dutch pronunciation. I will try my best. I'm gonna go for a little block. What are we gonna do here? I think of our lower equity. This is one of the better ones to take with a heart, with a spade, with a king. Obviously we're folding to a jam, but I think it's pretty reasonable. I don't expect too much in the way of 7x to fold. Now, I actually think this is one of the ones to give up. We'd have some air in our range, but this would be one to check. We'd like our opponent to have spades. We'd like our opponent to have hearts. And sometimes they're going to have king nine, obviously, and cool. I don't know if theoretically king nine off is a call for the reasons why we didn't bluff on the turn, at least. For the reasons why we didn't bluff. It might be. But obviously we're not. We have other combos to take to jam with. It might be. We'll check that later on. One's supposed to call our river reshove with Jack 6 suited. Sorry. When we have two pair. Oh, all kinds of stuff. I mean, so obviously it's going to depend, but like certainly Jack. I mean, to name. I mean, let's say some weaker two pair. Some 6.0, yeah. Some jackets with a blocker. There's all kinds of stuff. It's also really, I mean, at that SPR, it's really tough to have, hey, another win. I mean, we've run really good, so that's good. All right, we got a 3x and a king 6, very GTO-ish shove. And Mr. Sand. Can I remember how to play 25 PB heads up? I'll be honest, I think Sand's probably played more 25 PB heads up than me in the last year. I have played a lot of flashes and ultras, so I think we'll try our best. Jack 2, you wouldn't expect it to be a very high limp c-bet board at all from a theory point of view. Would king 7? I think king 7 might be one of the hands that we could definitely take as a check raise, to be honest. I like it. It's right on that border, right? Typically when we populate some check raise ranges, you'll take some hands which will be in that kind of in-between check call, check fold, I would guess. There's some bad blocker impacts from it, but there's some similar diamonds. It's not a thing. And the main thing I'm trying to take advantage of there is probably a way too high limp c-bet frequency, I would speculate. It's one of those boards that we studied a lot back in the day when I did some stuff at 20. Yeah. It can't be that bad. It can't be that good either. Flop decisions. Who knows? Now, the good thing is I'm playing with the brand new Team 671 HUD here. Doesn't actually go above 15 PB. That's an issue. Also, so it's a very good question by T1, and it's a question you definitely want to ask. I think it's important. So this is one of the subtle differences, of course, as you climb up stakes. If we were playing, let's say, I mean, we play it differently on a lot of streets, to be honest, if we were playing in the lower stakes. But let's say we arrived at the river and I played a much more sort of straightforward low stakes reg there. I don't think shoving that river makes any sense at all. As you move up in stakes, opponents will be more capable and also have more of a balanced range. And so we'll have more ability to bet call in certain spots, bet fold in certain spots, wake up with a wider range of hands in a wider range of spots. Could have checked his hand as well, but I think with this heart we won't. I'm tanking a lot, so I'm going to try not to tank so much because we have got a limited amount of delay. This 2BB strikes me as 5x or mergy value. I'm not going to mess about with this hand, even though I could. I won't. Over the top. Alright, takes the 1/3. Pretty standard call with the 5-4 suit. Not folding now. Good luck, good luck. You expect the king-queen type hands to jam. You'd expect maybe the ace-king to jam. You'd expect maybe some 7-2 offs of stuff to fold. I think we could just bet commit. I think it's probably going to be better than checking here. And our main goal is just to fold out basically the bluffs, right? The 7-2 off or the whatever it chose to bluff with. I don't expect much to fold here, of course, but if he folds anything, it's great. If he clicks, we just jam, like, fine. I mean, obviously, don't expect tons of folds, but it's whatever. Maybe he does fold, in which case that would be wonderful. I expect maybe we run into King Jack or something here. Ace Jack, yeah. But you see, we have 33%. It's not the end of the world, right? And a GG. We could have checked, obviously. The click is interesting. But fine.